A father was very upset about his son, little Johnny's gambling habits. So he went up to school to talk to the boy's teacher. The teacher suggested maybe if he lost heavily on a bet, it would cure him. The dad thought this was a good idea. That night after school, she asked little Johnny to stay behind and confronted him about his bad gambling habits. "It's not only me with bad habits, miss," replied the boy. "You're a fraud. You pretend to be a lady, but you've got nothing on under that dress." "I have so," she blurted out without thinking. "Oh, no, you don't, and I'll bet you my month's pocket money." The teacher was in a bit of a moral dilemma. She had promised to help, and this would be an expensive bet for him to lose. So she lifted her skirt and flashed little Johnny. Having won, she rang the boy's father and told him about her bet. "Darn it," said the father. "This morning he bet me $200 you'd show him your panties." At a small club in the Midwest, a ventriloquist is doing his show. His show includes a whole stream of jokes about blonde stupidity. After about a dozen of the blonde jokes, a blonde woman yells out, "That's it! I've had enough of your cheesy comedy. I'm tired of being stereotyped by lousy comedians like you. All you can do is make fun of people's appearance. What does someone's looks have to do with her worth? I'm fed up with being laughed at because of the color of my hair. And people at work thinking I'm stupid because idiots like you perpetuate a hurtful, denigrating stereotype. You're an insult to blondes everywhere." The room is silent for a minute. Then the entertainer tries to explain. But before he can get 2 words out, the blonde says, "Shut up, mister. This is between me and that midget on your lap." A guy walks into a bar with his pet monkey. He orders a drink, and while he's drinking, the monkey jumps all around the place. The monkey grabs some olives off the bar and eats them. Then grabs some sliced limes and eats them. Then jumps onto the pool table, grabs one of the billiard balls, sticks it in his mouth, and to everyone's amazement, somehow swallows it whole. The bartender screams at the guy, "Did you see what your monkey just did?" The guy says, "No." "What?" "He just ate the cue ball off my pool table, whole." "Yep." "That doesn't surprise me," replied the guy. "He eats everything in sight, the little bastard. Sorry, I'll pay for the cue ball and stuff." He finishes his drink, pays his bill, pays for the stuff the monkey ate, then leaves. 2 weeks later, he's in the bar again and has his monkey with him. He orders a drink, and the monkey starts running around the bar again. While the man is finishing his drink, the monkey finds a maraschino cherry on the bar. He grabs it, sticks it up his butt, pulls it out, and eats it. The bartender is disgusted. "Did you see what your monkey did now?" he asks. "No, what?" replies the guy. "Well, he stuck a maraschino cherry up his butt, pulled it out, and ate it," said the bartender. "Yep, that doesn't surprise me," replied the guy. "He still eats everything in sight, but ever since he swallowed that cue ball, he measures everything first." A priest, a doctor, and an engineer were waiting one morning for a particularly slow group of golfers. The engineer, who was quite frustrated, said, "This is absurd. We've had to wait here for 15 minutes. The doctor agreed, "I don't know, but I'd never seen such incompetence on the golf course." The priest said, "Hey, here comes the groundskeeper. Let's go talk to him. Hey, George, what's going on with that group ahead of us? They're pretty slow, aren't they?" The groundskeeper replied, "Oh yes, that's the group of blind firemen. They lost their sight last year when they put out a fire in the local chemical warehouse. We always let them play for free." The 3 became very quiet. Then the pastor said, "That's sad. I think I will pray for them tonight." The doctor adds, "Good idea. I'll check with my buddy, the eye doctor. Maybe he can do something." The engineer shrugs. Why don't they just play at night? A college professor was in a confessional booth talking to the priest. "Father, my wife has been out of town," he said. "After class today, a beautiful young co-ed invited me back to her dorm room. I know it's wrong, but I've never been in a situation like this before, and she was just so beautiful and young. I can't believe it myself, but I agreed to go. We started having, well, and then her roommate walked in. Next thing I know, she joins us, and all three of us are, well, The priest sighs deeply. The violation of marriage vows is a serious sin, said the priest. I'm not sure that I can give you any penance right now that would fit such a grave sin. I'm sorry, said the professor. I'm neither Catholic nor Jewish. I don't need your forgiveness. Then why are you telling me this? Asked the priest. Are you kidding? Replied the professor. I'm telling everyone. Doc, says Steve, I want to be castrated. What on earth for? Asked the doctor in amazement. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time, and I want to have it done, replies Steve. But have you thought it through properly? Asks the doctor. It's a very serious operation, and once it's done, there's no going back. It will change your life forever. I'm aware of that, and you're not going to change my mind. Either you book me in to be castrated, or I'll simply go to another doctor. Well, okay, says the doctor, but it's against my better judgment. So Steve has his operation. And the next day he is up and walking very slowly, legs apart, down the hospital corridor with his drip stand. Heading towards him is another patient, who is walking exactly the same way. Hi there, says Steve. It looks as if you've just had the same operation as me. Well, said the patient, I finally decided after 37 years of life that I would like to be circumcised. Steve stared at him in horror and screamed, Shit! That's the word! An old spinster walking home late one night was accosted by a mugger. Hand over your money, he demanded. She said she hadn't got any money, but he didn't believe her and started to search her. He frisked her up and down, put his hands inside her bra and also inside her pants. Satisfied there was no money, he was just about to go when she said, Hold on a minute. Keep trying. I can always write you a check. A man walks into a drugstore with his 8-year-old son. They happen to walk by the condom display, and the boy asks, What are these, Dad? To which the man matter-of-factly replies, Those are called condoms, son. Men use them to have safe sex. Oh, I see, replied the boy pensively. I've heard of that in health class at school. He looks over the display and picks up a package of 3 and asks, Why are there 3 in this package? The dad replies, Those are for high school boys, 1 for Friday, 1 for Saturday, and 1 for Sunday. Cool, says the boy. He notices a 6-pack and asks, Then, who are these for? Those are for college men, the dad answers. 2 for Friday, 2 for Saturday, and 2 for Sunday. Wow! Exclaimed the boy. Then, who uses these? He asks, picking up a 12-pack. With a sigh, the dad replied, Those are for married men. With a tear in his eye, he continued, 1 for January, 1 for February, 1 for March, W.A.